Constantine 2 in trouble. Keanu Reeves battles studio over direction. Well, here we go again. It was announced likely to be an Elseworlds project, its own thing. He liked playing in the original movie, and he and the director wanted to reunite to do this, again. Even though it was an interesting film, but of course, this isn't Constantine, but well, things are what they are, and you look, if it's an okay film, then it's an okay film. Elseworlds, and then down the road, DCU can introduce their own Constantine, preferably with, I'm blanking on the guy's name who did it for the CW, and he was perfect. I mean, that's Constantine. Maybe the shows and stuff he was in weren't all that great, but yeah, it's a shame that they probably won't give him a shot at the role again for a DCU film or what have you, but that's how it goes. So Constantine 2 may finally be moving forward, but not without complications. While director Francis Lawrence recently said he and Keanu Reeves are super excited about the sequel, co-star Peter Stormare now claims there's tension behind the scenes and that Reeves isn't happy with the direction Warner Brothers wants to take. According to Stormare, the studio is pushing for over-the-top action and CGI spectacle, while Reeves wants something more grounded and closer in tone to the original 2005 cult hit. Now, that's interesting, because I would have thought it might have been more of the opposite, that they just don't have enough money to spend on this. And if you keep it more grounded, as he says, and you could do almost like a basic horror movie without a whole lot of, flam and what have you. And it's more akin to the character study of Constantine and whatever evil he has to confront. But they want the opposite. They want all this expensive spectaculars and monsters and whatnot. Anyway, while recently speaking with The Direct, Stormare, who played Satan in the first film, said the following. Let's see what the devil says. It's a lot of back and forth because I think Keanu Reeves, which I know pretty good, is not so happy with the scripts and usually what comes out of the studios. Because the first one wasn't that successful in the beginning. It became a sleeper and became a cult movie. And now it is one of the biggest cult movies ever. Is it? I can buy it as a cult following. Anyway, but to do a sequel, the studios want to have, cars flying in the air. They want to have people doing flip-flops and fighting action scenes, like this. Well, so that's not what I'm a little taken aback by it because there's all these stories about the financial situation for Warner Brothers. And it's given as an excuse as to why there's been, if not just kind of bad marketing for Superman, very scant marketing for it. And he's like, geez, it's really important. They're putting a lot of hopes on it. It must be the money, And then here they're pushing, they want all this done, and it's going to cost more. Keanu himself is probably going to get a hefty check. So, I don't know, you think he wants to do it smaller. Okay. You're our guy, but I don't know, according to this, and this guy's going to be in it, so it seems like there's, credibility to this story. So Stormer went on to explain that Reeves sees Constantine as a more spiritual film about demons and regular people, and doesn't want the sequel to become just another effects-heavy action flick. He said Reeves is proud of the character and has been fighting to keep the tone grounded and close to what made the original a cult classic. Akiva Goldsman is writing the Constantine 2 script. His track record is a mixed bag. Yeah. He's been behind critically acclaimed projects like A Beautiful Mind and Cinderella Man, but also wrote Batman and Robin, and Transformers The Last Night. Well, so depending on which version of Goldsman shows up or how much the studio influences him, Constantine 2 could go either way. Released in 2005, Constantine starred Keanu Reeves as the chain-smoking exorcist and occult detective John Constantine, based on the character from DC Comics. While it opened to mixed reviews and modest box office numbers, the film slowly gained a cult following over the years, thanks to its dark tone, unique visuals, and standout performances from a cast that included Rachel Weisz, Tilda Swinton, Zaman Hansu, and Peter Stormare as one of the most memorable portrayals of Lucifer on screen. Though it deviated from the source material in some ways, most notably the main character, especially with Ray's American take on the traditionally British character, fans have long praised the movie's gritty atmosphere and grounded approach to the supernatural, which is exactly the tone Reeves is reportedly fighting to preserve in the sequel. So, there you go. If that's the only thing, I guess maybe they could compromise where there's some spectacular ending, but still, even that could take away from the tone that he actually wants. So, it's just odd, all the different stories. It's that Warner Brothers is broke; they can't afford to do nothing, and then here they're pushing to spend even more money on top of paying Keanu Reeves to come back and play the role. But then again, that could be a more back end deal that he's going to take the risk that he gets more out of the profit that the film could make. But if it doesn't, well, you're out. But either way, I don't know. It's just kind of odd. I would have thought they would want to. Okay, can you do it really cheap? I don't know. Strange. But anyway, that's what's going on for the Keanu Reeves Constantine. At some point, I imagine they'll reintroduce the character, provided this DCU thing works. But well, we'll see.